You still there, Chris? Oh, just check. Reassurance is coming. Oh no. Ugh. Well, I mean, I can survive, but not optimal. Oui, sans doute.
Grand Prix issu de patinage artistique.
Yeah.
Grand Prix de France, Angers.
Never always get it.
ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating,
Okay.
Grand Prix de France.
The trepidation of what's to come.
Mesdames, Messieurs, bonjour. Bienvenue à la patinoire Ice Parks d'Angers, à l'occasion du Grand Prix ISU de
At least I
patinage
can hear you
artistique,
and I can see.
Grand Prix de France. Sous l'égide de l'Union internationale de patinage, cet événement est organisé par la Fédération française des sports de glace.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Ice Park Angers, France. ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating, Grand Prix de France.
Okay.
This is an event of the International Skating Union and hosted by the French Figure Skating Association.
Mesdames, Messieurs, dans quelques instants, vous allez assister au programme court de la catégorie dames.
In just a few moments, we will start with a women short program.
Nous vous rappelons que l'usage des flashs et des vidéos car dangereux pour les patineurs. Et vous rappelons que les fleurs et cadeaux que vous offrez aux patineurs doivent être emballés. Merci.
We remind you that flash photography, as well as during recording, is forbidden. Gifts and flowers are offered to the skaters at the end of the performance must be completely wrapped. And we thank you very much for your cooperation.
Mesdames, Messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la France.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of France.
Le représentant de
Welcome
l'Union
to Angers
internationale
on the
de
third
patinage.
stop of the International Skating Union's Senior Grand Prix Series. Last week we saw the Skate Canada event take place in Vancouver, and before that Texas Allen was the host for Skate America. here in Angers at the ice park. We're starting to see some skaters already vying to secure a spot at the Grand Prix final. That takes place in Beijing between the 7th and 10th of December.
Juge numéro 1.
Judge number 1.
This venue now the host for the Grand Prix de France. A venue that was opened not long ago, 2019, the 16th of September, at a cost of 38 million euros.
Juge numéro 3.
Judge number 3, Ms. Melanie Prague, France.
At this event, we'll see two returning champions from last year, Charlene Guinard and Marco Favri, and Adam Xiaohen Fa. They will compete in the dance and men's event respectively, but first it will be the women's short program. At the first of the 4 disciplines there, they line up in the starting order for the women's short program.
Juge numéro 6.
Judge number 6, Mr. Rohiko Yoshioka, Japan.
And the final
Juge numéro 7.
skater to take to the
Judge
ice,
number 7,
America's
Mr.
Isabeau
Levito,
Levito, and she'll be vying to be one of those skaters that I mentioned who will be eager to secure a spot in Beijing at the final. As we look now at the judges and officials for this event.
Juge numéro 9.
Judge number 9, Mr. Rolf Hippo, Germany.
Le panel technique.
The technical panel.
Le contrôleur technique qui est
As
ici.
is the case in all the International Skating Union Grand Prix events,
Wendy Ensman.
an esteemed panel of judges and officials who will have spent
Spécialiste technique qui est ici.
an incredible amount of time studying the rules and regulations in order to be able to assign
Lee Martinov.
accurately the program component scores and the grades of execution for the judges and the levels which will come from the technical panels. We see some members of the audience eager to support the skaters, fans from around the globe flying to Angers, particularly mindful and aware of the Japanese skating community who are so incredibly supportive of the skaters that they so adore. And indeed, in this event there will be 3 Japanese women. You see there Rion Sumiyoshi's jacket. You can see now Japanese skaters. 3 in this event, 3 French women who will also compete. The host nation for all of the Grand Prix, able to enter 3 skaters, otherwise skaters assigned competitions on the Senior Grand Prix based upon their world ranking or their results from the previous year's World Championship. And that confirming what an esteemed and prestigious event it is to be able to compete at. So treated to some brilliant support from the fans in Vancouver and Texas Island. Many skaters following the events at Skate America and Skate Canada, acknowledging and thanking the crowd for the support that they offered. A nervous and anxious time waiting for the 3 French skaters. Maia Mazzara will be the first skater at the Grand Prix de France. An exciting opportunity for her, but nervous times, I am sure.
Mesdames, Messieurs, veuillez accueillir les
And a host of different expectations for the different skaters as they step onto the ice to be introduced to the arena.
représentant la France.
From France, Maia Mazzara.
Représentant le Japon.
From Japan, Rion Sumiyoshi.
Représentant la France.
From France, Lea Serna.
Représentant le Japon.
From Japan, Wakaba Higuchi.
Représentant la France.
From France, Lorine Schild.
Représentant la Finlande.
From Finland, Janna Jyrkinen.
6 minutes d'échauffement.
Skaters give a 6 minutes warm-up.
And the 6-minute warm-up concluded. And there you see the lineup. Maia Mazzara, Lea Serna and Lorine Schild represented the host nation, with Rion Sumiyoshi, Wakaba Higuchi and Janna Jyrkinen rounding out the 6 women competing in this first group. All of the competitors in all 4 disciplines, opportunity to skate earlier today. And the women again, as was the case in Vancouver Skate Canada last week, the first discipline to be decided. Maia Mazzara was the flag bearer for the World University Games in Lake Placid for France. So she's held responsibility for representing her nation and flying the flag before. She was 12th in the Grand Prix de France in Angers, this venue. Last year she'd be looking to improve upon that for sure.
She placed 3rd at last year's French National Championship and recently finished 18th at the World University Games in Lake Placid, New York.
Nervous legs, just
Maia Mazzara.
taking the 6-minute warm-up to acclimatise to the increased pressure. So hard to prepare for an event like this and the enormity of the occasion. As we look now to Rion Sumiyoshi, the 20-year-old. And many have high expectations for Rion. She has been landing impressive quadruple toilets in practice in Angers. And should she be able to replicate that in the free skate tomorrow, then she has the potential not just to match the bronze medals that she achieved in her Grand Prix assignments last year, but potentially come away with gold or silver from this assignment. Now to the second of the French skaters competing, and indeed the French national champion, Lea Serna. She was 11th 2 years ago and 9th last year at the Grand Prix de France. And she comes here with a really good outing on the ISU Challenger Series when she competed at the Budapest Trophy. She was 2nd at that event. Hoping to build on that.
From France, Lea Serna.
Wakaba s'entraîne avec Koji Okajima.
And now to Wakaba Higuchi, a skater that, oh, gotta get a bit closer, warm up, a skater that so many skating fans have delighted in watching. She was 5th at the Olympic Games in Beijing, hasn't competed for a year, partly because of the injury to her right shin. She had a stress fracture. However, she did acknowledge in interviews that she felt utterly burnt out after the Olympics, and indeed, question continuing. Skating fans around the world just delighted to see her back. As we look now to Lorine Schild, the 3rd and final French competitor in the women's short program, moving up from the junior ranks this year. This is her first ISU Grand Prix on the senior stage. And Lorine started skating following her older sister Maëlle's footsteps. That's the case for so many of the competitors. Family affair leading them to this level of event. Lorine doing nice triple toe. And now to one of the youngest competitors at the Grand Prix de France, Janna Jyrkinen from Finland, just 16 years old, born in Helsinki. And despite her tender age, already has amassed a lot of experience competing at both World and European Championships on the senior stage. Last year, she was 7th at Europeans in her home nation. And she'll compete again in Espoo, the Grand Prix in Finland.
2nd at the Nordics Open at Reykjavik, Iceland. From Finland, Janna Jyrkinen.
There you see the 60-meter by 30-meter Olympic-size ice rink. 2 ice rinks pads in this venue, as is the case for the Grand Prix practice rink and this arena. As we head towards the final minute of warm-up. last week in Skate Canada in Vancouver at the women's short program. It was Kaori Sakamoto, the world champion, who posted that big 75 points in the short program, followed by Cheon Kim from Korea with 70 points again. Any skater that manages to top the 70-point barrier, not guaranteed to find themselves within medal contention, but extremely likely to achieve a top 3 place in the women's short program. And that's something that the likes of Haein Lee from Korea and Isabeau Levito, who are the final 2 competitors, will be expecting or hoping at very least.
Mesdames, l'échauffement est terminé. Veuillez quitter la piste, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
C'est mieux, je pense. Donc, direction et après. Ça marche. C'est tout ce que j'ai. Ni pour là, ni pour là. Tu vois.
Final parting words from coach.
Sur la glace, représentant la France.
Je suis avec toi.
And what a lovely connection there to see. Gorgeous scenes just before Maia Mazzara takes to the ice, demonstrating a real respect to her coach. And she will skate to the music, rise like a phoenix. Settling into the program by opening with the double axel. Intended triple turns into just a triple toe. Oh, valiant effort from Maia. Attempted the triple toe at the end of the triple flip. France's Maia Mazzara opens the Grand Prix de France 2023.
Pour la France, Maia.
And the 20-year-old, I think, delivering a better skate than that which she had at the Budapest Trophy ISU Challenger Series event, which all 3 of the French women competing here also competed at. Maia, the lowest ranked of them coming into this event. She shrugs her head a little bit. She'll be disappointed that there was a fall, but I have to admire the fact that she went for triple-triple combination, which wasn't in the planned program content. She ideally wanted to open with the triple toe, leave the triple flip as the jump on its own. Here the toe is pitching forward and electing not to put that in combination.
Neighbors say we're troubled. Well, that
Here the flip, higher value than the toe loop, more difficult. And you can see the landing of her right foot suggests that that jump was under rotated, so she will receive a lower base value as a result of the lack of the rotation done in the air, in addition to the fall. That the attempted difficult feature at the end of the layback spin. Layback spin coming in at level 3. And Maia trains in Grenoble, which was the venue for the Olympic Games in 1968. Also a venue which has held the French Grand Prix on the International Skating Union's Grand Prix series in the past. Not too bad, 45.03, an improvement on the 42 points which she scored at the Budapest Trophy. And her short program now complete. We look forward to seeing Maia Mazzara compete again in the free skate tomorrow. Nice to see the smile as she awaits the next competitor, another 20-year-old, this time born in Tokyo, Rion Sumiyoshi. Third here at this event last year. Indeed, she won 2 bronze medals at both of her Grand Prix assignments last season. She's worked hard with her choreographer, Misha G, to push herself with this short program. Skating to the music, Blood in the Water. Oh, an absolute nightmare start for Rion. She skated in practice this morning so cleanly and comfortably. And a fall on the elementary element for her, the double axel. That a much better indication of her quality. Clean, triple flip, triple toe. Easy on the triple loops. attention to detail right through to the fingertips. What a shame for Rion Sumiyoshi in practice this morning. Clean skate. And as I mentioned, during warm-up, a skater that has demonstrated quality quadruple toe loops in practice whilst here. So a double axel, something that is of incomparable ease for Sumiyoshi. But the pressure of competing at the Grand Prix perhaps is a little too much for her. She settled into the start of the program with that fall in the double axel. What a shame. Now she has to wait to find out how much that will impact upon her. Double axel worth 3.3 points, and the double axel that she had this morning would have easily been over 4, near 5 points given the quality of it. You can see the mudra made with the fingertips. That testament to the quality of work that she's done with her choreographer Mishiji. Here it is. And I actually think it was quarter rotation short, maybe even under rotated. This, the triple flip. And in combination with triple toe, gorgeous neckline, open posture, demonstrating quality. So skating skills significantly higher than what we've seen already. But the judges have their 3 component scores to add as we look at the loots. And the presentation will have been impacted by the fall as well. There's just no doubt this is an incredibly quality skate, and it's no surprise to know that she was 3rd place at this event a year ago. And there, the fans that will have travelled far to support her. She did indeed say, Rion said recently in an interview that she felt mentally much stronger this season. It's just so hard to prepare for a Grand Prix assignment. The Japanese skaters are so seasoned and so experienced to be able to be selected to represent Japan at the Grand Prix. They have to have demonstrated such resilience in domestic events and showcase not just the quality of their skating in training, but under the pressure of competition. But this another level of pressure. Not just the desire to replicate the medals that she had last year, but also to send a signal back to the Japanese Skating Federation that Rion is worthy of being selected for the likes of the World Championships. So it's at 61.72. And an understanding nod from Rion. We look forward to seeing whether the quad toe will be her friend that she plans to include in the free skate tomorrow. And now to the 2nd French woman competing, Lea Serna. And her fans excited to see themselves on the screen. They celebrated her birthday on Tuesday, hoping for a belated birthday present as she skates to I Am Fire. As with the other 2 competitors already in the event opening with the double axel. More success though for Lea than Rion. Choosing to do double toe at the end of the triple loops. Slightly off axis, but clings onto the landing of the triple flip. France's Lea Serna totally committed to the presentation of the program as her new coach, Michael Huth, looks ringside. And although I said it was just a double toe that she planned it, or put in at the end of the triple toe, the planned program content suggested that it might be a triple-triple. However, earlier in the season, the Budapest Trophy, it was a triple double toe that she used again there, and perhaps that a smart move as she builds her consistency and thus gives her the confidence to push the program component scores as well. She looks really satisfied as she leaves the ice towards Coach Michael Huth, who she just recently relocated to. And you can see again the commitment to the presentation, so judges forced to push the presentation component score a little higher as we see the entry into the flip. So tight on the landing, forced to drop the left leg to the ice a little earlier than she would have liked. So the creative execution of that element is in the minuses. And that perhaps the price that she paid for leaving it later in the program, risking the extra 10% of value when the jumps happen after the halfway point. Here, a chance to look at the lots of ice coverage and length in the jump, and she had a pretty optimal landing to facilitate a triple toe if she wanted to. You can see from the look on her face, totally satisfied with what was delivered. We see a great shot of Michael watching ringside. And this short program here in Angers for Lea does suggest a renewed confidence following that Budapest Trophy where she won a silver medal. Definitely is the case for the single skaters, the pair skaters, and the dancers, that finding consistency is so often elusive. And this performance suggests that her practice run-throughs for Lea Serna have been clean too. So she achieved a 62.58 at Budapest Trophy. It was 62 last year though, and looking at the scores here, perhaps the components are what find her a little low. She may be disappointed to see a 58.75. The landing on the flip a little costly. Level 3 on the change foot combination spin, so perhaps some points left on the table, and she slots into second place. And now to arguably one of the most popular skaters on the women's circuit in the Olympic season leading up to the Beijing Olympics, where she finished in 5th place. Wakaba Higuchi, and you can see there, welcome back following the injury that she had, following the burnout which she acknowledged from the games. She returns, and this time with a recording of her own voice within the short program. She skates to Never Tear Us Apart by Bishop Briggs. very positive grade of execution in that opening double axel. She looks attackingly aggressive on the speed prep for the combination. And it pays off. Triple lutz, triple toe. What a shame. Just a double flip. Japan's Wakaba Higuchi coming here. She remembers the French Grand Prix and her senior debut in 2016, where she won a bronze medal, and she was eager to see what she could deliver 7 years later. She looked so committed and, as I say, almost aggressive in the speed attack towards the jump combination. And she will, of course, be disappointed with the double flip. She will receive no value for that, one of the 7 elements in her short program. But she did say that her goal this season, although of course to podium at Japanese nationals and compete at world championships representing her nation, one of the primary goals is to rediscover the joy of skating. And so hopefully the frustration of the mistake on the flip won't override that as her primary purpose for returning to competition. And I think the joy that she showcased up to that Beijing Olympics, one of the reasons that she's got fans around the globe here too supporting her. Another skater who was clean in practice this morning. And as we look at the step up into the double axel, you'll see good length, and look at the quality of the running edge on the landing. Here it looks to, I'm not sure about the rotation on the second part of this combination. Yeah, I think that might be under rotated as well. So consequences of that are that she loses the percentage of the base value of that jump. So the short program score for Wakaba Higuchi affected not just by the flip, but also the jump combo. Another chance to look at that. I think that would be deemed under rotated, but look at the commitment on her face. After the Olympic season, she spent time at university making new friends, staying away from skating, which conversely helped her to fall back in love with the sport again. Now you see an even greater maturity in the composition of the program for her, working with the brilliant Shailin Bourne. So this will be nowhere near the personal best of 79 that Wakaba has previously achieved. this a stepping stone, hopefully, in her return.
Sur la glace, représentant la France.
And her coach from her first steps on the ice, Malika Tahir, supports the next competitor, Lorine Schild, onto the ice, the third and final competitor from France in the women's short program. And a chance to see some choreography by Gabriela Papadakis, the Olympic champion in ice dance. The first skater not to start with double axel. Lorine plans the combination. Despite being a little off axis, manages to make triple lutz, triple toe. She adds the loop. Well, congratulations to 18-year-old Lorine Schild from France. She is amassing an impressive consistency in laying down solid performances within the short program. Opening with the triple lutz, triple toe. That demonstrating the confidence that she has. All of the other competitors thus far using the double axel, the easiest of the three jumping passes to warm up. Lorine has such confidence in that lutz that she knows she can deliver, even when the legs might be feeling a little bit more anxious, full of adrenaline at the start of the program. And this, just her first senior Grand Prix. Nice scene there of her and her coach Malika. And as she takes a step up to seniors, perhaps you can see a little less maturity than others that we've seen so far who have that experience already. Here the triple lutz. And triple toe. And despite not optimal speed in the landing of the lutz, make sure the rotation is called clean. Now the loop. Chance to see some of the transitional content. As I mentioned, choreographed by Gabriela Papadakis, and although Lorine may not have the experience as some that we've seen compete already in the senior ranks. She and Coach Malika knowing what's necessary to move forward as they take this leap towards being competitive as a senior skater, working with the likes of Gabriela Papadakis, adding that extra layer. Double axel, I know that she's been working on the triple axel in practice. Perhaps why she's left it so late in the program, knowing that a bankable element she doesn't need to worry too much about. So Lorine was just behind Lea Serna when they both competed in Budapest, the Budapest Trophy just a few weeks ago. And this heading into a good competition between the French women who were first and second. It was Lorine who was second at the French National Championships, and they'll both be going head to head again at French Nationals, which is 9th to the 14th of December. And this result will be sending a signal to the French Federation as to who will be going forwards towards Europeans and Worlds. I'm sure 58.8, and she is 0.05 of a point above her compatriot Lea Serna at this stage. And Lorine just reminding Coach Malika to stay in the kiss and cry until camera's clear. Now to the 16-year-old born in Helsinki. Coach Marina Shirsheva encourages her student. And our choreographer Adam Sawyer was explaining to me that the short program music chosen because she loves the beat. And her musical sensitivity will be demonstrated, particularly towards the step sequence later in the program. Janna Jyrkinen from Finland. Put a double three turn between the triple loops and double toe. Single axel. Confidence eludes Janna Jyrkinen as she pops the triple loop into a double. Janna Jyrkinen finishes a short program that she would probably rather forget, unfortunately. And from the opening triple lotus double toe, the double three turns that she put between the first and second jump give an indication of the perhaps lack of confidence that she suffers coming into this event. A skater that has shown such quality on the junior ranks, taking the step towards seniors and being a 16-year-old in itself a real challenge. And you can sense from Lorine Schild trying to instill in her student that she has the ability to deliver, and there's no question on the ability, just the execution under pressure, as we see take off for the Lutz. And here looks okay, and then just doesn't have the drive and commitment to push for the triple toe that was intended, and elects just to do double three turns into the double toe loop. Janna competing again in the senior ranks, and you sense this may just be a hiccup in her upward trajectory. 7th at the European Championship, so able, as I've seen on the junior standings, to deliver consistently. Struggling to commit at this stage. You can see there a range of movement and a program which has obviously been well worked. There was arm movement after arm movement within the choreography. So the approach and training, definitely considering the component scores as well, but those jumps so valuable, and it's not going to be a score that she wants to see on the screen with a single axel and just a double loop. Neither of those will have any value in a women's senior short program. And this a challenging time for the skater to have to sit in the kiss and cry and await the scores, knowing that it's no reflection of her abilities. Janna was a rhythmic gymnast for many years, and she balanced both figure skating and her rhythmic gymnastic commitment. Successful in both sports before figure skating took over.
Janna a obtenu un total de 39,57 pour le tour imprimé. Se classe provisoirement en 6e position.
39.57 for Janna, and she can barely look at that score, and we just send her all our very best wishes. There's no doubt her ability. Hopefully overnight she and coach Marina can work towards instilling some confidence for the free skate tomorrow. And that the standings after the first group. Probably no surprise for many to see the Japanese skating flag beside the top two competitors after the first group. Despite the mistake in the double axel, Rion Sumiyoshi leads the field as we look towards the next group of 6 skaters in the women's competition. Confidence from Isabeau Levito to wink to camera. She steps onto the ice.
Pinzarrone.
Représentant le Japon.
From Japan, Mone Chiba.
Représentant la Suisse.
From Switzerland, Kimmy Repond.
Représentant la Géorgie.
From Georgia, Anastasiia Gubanova.
Représentant la Corée du Sud.
From the Republic of Korea, Haein Lee.
Représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
From the United States of America, Isabeau Levito.
6 minutes d'échauffement.
Ladies, you have a 6 minutes warm-up.
And the confirmation of the starting order for this second group, final group of women in the short program at the Grand Prix de France. Hard to predict what the standings will be. Isabeau Levito, perhaps the favourite coming into this event, having placed second at Skate America, and should she repeat with another silver, Definitely in contention for qualifying for the final.
S'entraîne avec un small club.
Beijing next month. As we look now to Nina Pinzarrone,
Elle n'a pas patiné en début de
Belgian
saison
skater
en
who was
raison de
nominated
blessures.
by the European Youth Olympic Committee as one of the top 5 young European athletes in 2023 in winter sports. And indeed, it was the top 5 placement at the European Championships, which will have helped her to achieve that selection.
Benoit Richaud is choreographed her programs. She recently placed 4th at the Shanghai Trophy and then at the Challenge Cup in Latvia. From Belgium, Nina
Particularly happy to be here, having missed both her Grand Prix assignments last year due to injury, relishing the chance to be in Angers at the Grand Prix de France. As we look now to Mone Chiba from Japan, she said that she feels uneasy being in senior competition. The experience at Skate America just 2 weeks ago, feeling a little bit intimidated by the others in her group who had all had World Championship experience. But there's no doubt that any skater that represents the Japanese Skating Federation has demonstrated abundant quality domestically.
From Japan, Mone Chiba.
She's already medalled on the Junior Grand Prix circuit. I think she has the potential to do the same on the Senior Grand Prix. She'll be looking for higher than 6th place, which she achieved at her first assignment in Skate America. Now to Kimmy Repond. Always a smile on the face of Kimmy Repond. Great to see her being present and mindful in the moment that her name is being announced to the arena, as she and Anastasiia Gubanova fight to find their spot for the jump combination. Straight back round to the other side of the rink. Head up into triple loops.
And 8th at Worlds. Most recently, she placed 2nd at the Liberal Trophy in
Such a
Oberstdorf,
committed
Germany.
woman.
From Switzerland, Kimmy Repond.
And if you haven't seen it already, you should check out the International Skating Union series Family Matters, a wonderful little insight on YouTube to the relationship she and her sister have. And now to the European champion, Anastasiia Gubanova. She comes into this, her first Grand Prix assignment, with 2 medals from the Challenger Series already. And anything less than a medal really in Angers would be a disappointment.
She is the current European
Warms up.
champion and recently placed 3rd at the Finlandia Trophy and 1st at the Lombardia Trophy in Bergamo. From Georgia, Anastasiia Gubanova.
Gubanova competes again at the NHK Trophy, this her first of 2 assignments. So from the European champion to the world silver medalist, Haein Lee. She broke a 10-year medal drought for Korean women by winning silver in Saitama in Japan this year. First medal for Korean women since the legendary Yuna Kim won in 2013.
She went 3rd at her national championship last year and won the silver medal at Worlds last year, as well as the 4 continents.
I've seen Haein Lee having photos with fans whilst in Angers. Obviously, I'm sure incredibly focused upon her skating and her result, but taking time to thank those that have come to support her. And now to Isabeau Levito. She was just off the podium at the World Championships in 4th place. Silver medalist in Texas Allen at Skate America. And it was 2 silver medals on the Grand Prix last year, which secured her a spot at the final. Nice smile in between the loops and the toe loop for the 16-year-old from Philadelphia. And Isabeau won the International Skating Union Awards Series. She was the best newcomer in 2023. International Skating Union Awards 2024 take place February 11th, Zurich in Switzerland. Fans will be able to vote for their favourites. Again, she won't be the best newcomer now for Isabeau Levito, but perhaps best costume. Amazing costume for the snake-inspired short program that she will perform shortly. Haein Lee looking comfortable and confident. So we see coaches who perhaps look a little less comfortable and a little less confident standing ringside. Hard for the coaches. They have less input now than they would in training when they can chase after their students, encouraging them. Now just snippets of wisdom or motivation given for the athletes on this warm-up group. They're so well versed in their technique, so experienced in regards to handling pressure of competition. Just final snippets of wisdom or final words to try to incite the best mental state for the skaters as they prepare to skate.
First to skate from Belgium, Pinzarrone.
And now to Nina Pinzarrone in her first Senior Grand Prix, just outside top 10 at the World Championships in Saitama, skating to the music charms. Great musicality with every arm movement to open the program. Good start for the Belgian skater. Triple Lutz, triple toe. Difficult entry and difficult exit, ending the double axel. A little more cautious into the triple loop, but successfully landed. That's an impressive way to make your Senior Grand Prix debut for Nina Pinzarrone from Belgium. As I mentioned in warm-up, she missed both of her Grand Prix assignments last year due to injury, and she's not been without challenges heading to this event. The rink closed in February, and so she's been forced to travel between 4 different rinks to get ice. But the commitment that she and her coach have made have allowed her to showcase that kind of quality. She's been with the same coach, Hans Bokland, since 4 years old. And so we see the success of the skater and the delivery of that short program. That is largely due to the commitment given to her by her teacher, who I'm sure will greet her Just now. You can see her sizing up the combination, the value of the combination. Over 10 points, so critical to the success of the skater short program score. Good edge on takeoff, loose. And you can see scratching a little bit on takeoff, losing speed, and they're potentially under rotated. It looks like the tech panel put it in as a quarter rotation short. Gorgeous turnout and extension on the landing of the double axel, and I was really conscious of the multi-directional skating within transitions, not just the step sequence. And that will lend itself to the skating skills component score that the judges will use. Here's the loop and the smile that greets it. For the past 3 years, Nina has been in a top sports school in Antwerp as the only figure skater, and that allows her time for training. I know in the junior ranks, many Belgian skaters and their coaches lamenting the difficulty of the education system, which limits the training time. While she might not have her local rank, she's been supported by her school to find the time to compete. She's flanked by Hans Bokland and Benoit Arichot, the choreographer responsible for Nina's short program and the free skate, which we'll see tomorrow.
Nina a obtenu un total de 65 points.
Personal best of 64 has now been beaten. She looks satisfied to lead the field for Nina Pinzarrone. So Nina has now pushed the other Japanese skaters into second and third place at this stage. This is the final one. Encouraged by coach Mia Hamada, Mone Chiba takes to the ice. Our choreographer Misha G suggested this French version of Dark Eyes. And now in front of a crowd in Angers, the perfect time to deliver it. Disappointing start down on triple flip that was under rotated. Just sensing the nerves from Mone Chiba. Step out to the axle. Best jumping pass, triple lutz double toe. 18-year-old Mone Chiba from Japan. It's been a disappointing event for the Japanese women, all of them struggling with the jumping passes, and I feel this short program for the 18-year-old from Sendai had the potential to really excite the crowd in Angers, not just the Japanese skating fans that are here to support the Japanese competitors, but also from the French crowd watching. And les yeux noirs, the dark eyes, music, really well choreographed, but again, as is so often the case when the mistakes and the jumping passes happen, the commitment to presentation inevitably suffers. Mia Hamada looks on. She's had a change to Mia Hamada, moving from Sendai, the rink where Yuzuru Hanyu trained, to Kyoto to be coached by Mia, as we see Tofa, which may have even been downgraded, short of rotation. And interestingly, Mona did acknowledge she injured herself at the Autumn Classic, which affected her performance for several weeks. So she competed at Autumn Classic in Montreal not that long before the Skate America event 2 weeks ago, and the injury, I'm sure, impacted her prep for Skate America. And then she's only had a week training back in Japan before flying out to Europe to compete here. And this, again, not something that a skater or athlete can replicate in training, to travel different time zones, different events, injuries to contend with. That may give rationale and comprehension for why Chiba did struggle. And unfortunately, the short program won't be near the 64 points that she had 2 weeks ago in Texas Allen. That said, she was happy with the short program at Skate America, disappointed with the free skate, so perhaps, and hopefully, she can have the flip of that experience in Angers with a quality free skate tomorrow. Chiba.
Mone a obtenu un total de 56,59 pour le programme court. Ce qui la place provisoirement en 6e.
56.59 for Chiba. The component score is still strong for the Japanese competitor despite the mistakes.
Sur la glace, représentant la Suisse.
Next to skate, representing Switzerland, Kimmy
We
Repond.
head now to Kimmy Repond. She had such a brilliant season last year, finishing in 3rd at the European Championships. She comes into this event 16th in the International Skating Union World Standings, 11th in season's best scores based on the Nebelhorn Trophy.
Écoutez-moi, moi la chanteuse à demi. Parlez de moi, à vos amours, à vos amis. Parlez-leur de cette fille aux yeux noirs et de son rêve fou. Moi ce que je veux, c'est écrire les histoires qui arrivent jusqu'à vous. C'est tout.
Just stepping out of the flip. Lots of ice coverage on the landing of the double axel. To put the loops in combination. Ah, oh, shame. Tough fall for Kimmy Repond. Kimmy Repond reacts to her short program, and she's normally such a joyful skater in and around the rink, and you can see that the frustration of the opening triple flip and then was compounded by the fall on the loops later in the program. And it's a shame because I can see the conscientious effort that has been put in by Kimmy and the team to make improvement in the skating skills. Increased speed, increased flow, great choreography by the master David Wilson. But just the costliness of the mistakes. Here, the flip. And no question on the rotation, which was previously something that had a question mark over it. Seeing Kimmy's social media, she is so committed and seems very intelligent in the process towards her training and being able to analyze the things that she needs to work on as we look now at that loops. Oh, what a shame. Did take it a while to get back up, and that too has an impact on the program components, the composition and the presentation. So she can't rely nor even be able to see or recognize the improvements she's made in the off-season on the components because of what's taken place in her short program here in Angers. This is her first Senior Grand Prix season, so despite the fact that she's a European medalist, can't be too despondent. Still a big learning experience to compete on the Senior Grand Prix. Differences to that of what she will have encountered on the junior circuit. And she did say to me that her main goal is definitely the European Championships, which suggests the bronze that she won in January won't be satisfactory when she comes to compete in Kaunas, Lithuania. Just a couple of months' time. And whilst it's sad to see the upset for Kimmy Repond in the kiss and cry, that only confirms how ambitious she is. And it's tricky now with just 24 hours before the free skate to be able to turn that disconsolate feeling that you sense she's suffering from now into a well-honed and well-channeled frustration for a clean free skate tomorrow. So, some 11 points behind the 61.55 she had at Nebelhorn Trophy, just 50.64. And Kimmy Repond finds herself in 7th of the 9 competitors so far.
Sur la glace, représentant la Géorgie.
Next to skate from Georgia.
So from the European bronze medalist to the European champion, Anastasiia Gubanova representing Georgia. She comes here not just as European champion, but some strong outings on the Challenger Series. Probably the best combination that we've seen so far. Triple flip, triple toe. Followed with a conscientious double axel and more whacking with the arm movements. this skate. So many other competitors wanted clean so far. Triple loops. Georgia's Anastasiia Gubanova skates a clean short program. And I think proportionately we've seen more women skating to French music in this Grand Prix than in any other that I've seen so far. It is Anastasiia who delivers with the clean skate in front of the French crowd. As we see skating fans reacting to that solid performance. And as is often the case, if the event is struggling and there are skaters making mistakes, that the energy in perhaps the changing room, perhaps just rinkside, transcends and bleeds into all of the other competitors. And I feared that that was what was happening within this competition, with lots of mistakes being made. But Gubanova dispelling that idea and banking on the experience that she has as an Olympian and committing to a really clean short program. I have the good fortune of seeing the input from the tech panels as she's greeted by her coach rinkside, and it does look like she's dropped a couple of levels. Step sequence just a level 2, layback spin just a level 3, so it won't be as high as that which she achieved en route to winning her European title, but at this stage in the season I think she'll be satisfied. Triple flip, and you didn't sense a hesitation or question marks from Gubanova. She was diligently pursuing the clean skate. A really solid landing position and straight back into the commitment to the presentation. Skating skills, not perhaps as much speed, flow and glide as that of some of the Japanese competitors, but I think the composition or the presentation certainly really delivered. And this is a program that, with more competitive experience and more run-throughs done in training, could really excite many. And maybe when she comes to the World Championships in Montreal, Canada, the French speakers there will be delighted to see it. Just looking at the stats for Anastasiia, she has had as high as 69 already this season when she won the Lombardia Trophy in Bergamo. So I think the step sequence level 2 technical panel just not satisfied with the number of cleanly called turns. And the layback spin dropping a feature as well. As the reaction that she looks a little frustrated. I suspect she would have been keen to try and top that coveted 70-point barrier, but instead finds herself less than a point ahead of the Belgian skater, and a little shake of the head for the European champion as a result.
Next to skate from the Republic of Korea,
Look at the
Haein Lee.
smile from Haein Lee. She takes her spot for the short program world silver medalist, the 4 continents champion. A stellar season last year that had her compared to Yuna Kim. Triple lutz, triple toe. The technical panel will review the amount of rotation done in the second part of that combination. Very solid triple flip. Oh, what an amazing step sequence to finish the short program for Haein Lee from Korea. Working with Lorine Schild and Carolina Costa in the construction of this short program. You can see the influence of those great skaters, and Carolina Costa, the world champion, one of the most beautiful skaters ever to grace the planet, now assisting her, and she explained to me that she and Laurie have had a vision of working together for a long time and hope to empower Haein to believe in her own abilities and grow as an artist, and that starting to see a little bit of that self-belief in the step sequence towards the end of the short program for Haein. The opening combination wasn't what she was looking for ideally. The technical panel just assessing the amount of rotation done, thinking that the triple lutz was a quarter rotation short, and that triple toe definitely at least under rotated. But no such issue with the flip. Judges looking for very good height and very good length, good takeoff and landing, and a sense of effortlessness throughout to go into the positive grade of execution range, and the flip achieved that. Well, now as we see the technical panel, as Young Chi watches on, just assessing what has happened. They deemed the triple flip a quarter rotation short, and the consequence of that is a drop in the GOE. But it was the step sequence where you could really see the work done in the off-season. Just that little touch of the head, the look of the eyes towards the judging panel, and the energy and commitment to the arm movements. The judges elevated in Angers. So you wonder how that affected Haein, having to lift her focus towards them higher than would be normally in practice. So the tech score, the actual score that came in for Haein Lee as she concluded her program, pushed over the 70-point marker. Now the rotation issues on the flip, the lutz and the toe loop, see it drop quite significantly. Despite having highest components, she's the only skater to push into the 8s in the components. It's just 66.3. She actually slots now into second place behind the European champion from Georgia, Anastasiia Gubanova.
race représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
And now to the final competitor in the women's short program on the third stop of the International Skating Union's Grand Prix, the American champion, last year's world junior champion, 16-year-old Isabeau Levito. Hoping to take more than just a silver that she achieved 2 weeks ago in Texas. Wonderful knee action to create flow. Triple toe. Will be reviewed for the edge, but what an incredible transition out of it. Really impressive commitment to the transitions in and out. That the double axel. Better change foot combination spin than the Skate America. Oh, just struggling a little bit with the step sequence. Oh, and well, that's amazing. The wink at the end, testament to her increasing maturity, her confidence in her own ability. Maybe it's choreographed, but she delivered it with a sass, and it's been fun to watch Isabeau Levito, even in interviews off the ice, really stepping up to be a great character, and seeing her off the ice in interviews and seeing the fun that she has confirms that she's just a 16-year-old, and yet when she's on the ice in this Snake Charmer short program, she shows such maturity. Yulia Kuznetsova, coach and choreographer. You can see how much is going into the consideration of this short program. So, as to whether or not that's an outside edge or not, being decided, and as to how much rotation done in the landing of that triple toe, also decided. What is not up for debate is the glorious turnout and extension of the landing position. Actually, not only is the costume telling a story, but she even seems to have dyed her fingers to enhance the aesthetic that they're trying to commit. Really is testament to composition and presentation for the judges. This the combination spin, which was only a level 3 in Skate America. Coming in at a level 4 with a better grade of execution than Texas performance. That's great. That showcases personality and character, and that's what I think skating fans want to see. Skating fans want to connect with the humans. She's putting a bit of her humanity in there at the end, and in the kiss and cry too. She was over 70 points at Skate America, 70.07. And somebody, I think it's the USA team leader, reacting to 71.83 for Isabeau Levito in her short program. And that gives her 5.1 point lead comfortably ahead of quite an experienced field in Angers at the Grand Prix de France.
This concludes the women's short program.
Their confirmation of the standings after the short program, and Levito really pushes herself some ways away from the rest of the field. Proximity and scores. A point separates second to fourth. There, the battle between the French competitors also very close, with just 0.05 of a point between Lorine Schild and Lea Serna, ahead of the free skate, which takes place tomorrow. Disappointment for Janna Jyrkinen. We send all our very best wishes to her for a better outing on day 2 at the Grand Prix de France. Shortly we will see highlights of the top 3 performances from the short program. But already the ice being looked after by the ice stewards here ahead of the ice dance competition, which will be the second of 4 events taking place in Angers on day 1. The ice marshals centering around the area where most of the triple lutzes and triple flips were attempted. That's so often the case. The toe pick assist gouging out some big chunks in the ice, which the ice dancers don't want to endure as they pack the holes before the Zamboni creeps onto the ice to resurface. The quality of the ice so important at this caliber of event, and a very high standard set by what took place in Vancouver and in America, as is always the case in the Grand Prix. As we look back to Haein Lee's performance, a masterful step sequence at the end of her short program wasn't enough to see her lead the field. She was 2 places higher than Isabeau Levito at the World Championships when she finished second. But rotation issues on the triple lutz triple toe find her adrift at this stage. With Anastasiia Gubanova from Georgia finding herself in second place after the short program. So much armography and the whacking throughout the performance. And for her, it wasn't rotation issues on the jumps, but levels on the step and the spin. We saw her looking a little frustrated in the kiss and cry, not to be achieving a new season's best at least. But it was the final competitor who rode the wave that Gubanova offered. The clean skate started with Nina Pinzarrone, and then the last group really starting to deliver on the quality of performances, and Isabeau Levito took the energy in the arena and made it her own. Over 5 points higher than any other, and a composition score of 8.57. The reward from the judges for the Snake Charmer short program that she's obviously worked very hard on with coach and choreographer Yulia Kuznetsova. And there the Zamboni taking to the ice to resurface. Make sure you join us shortly for the start of the ice dance competition. But for now, I'm Mark Conretti. Thank you for joining us at the Grand Prix de France.